All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise and glory unto you. How about Shema, Shabbat, Shema Kakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the Akim by the pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick lesson on the the coming days that we live in the coming times. These last days where every day is starting to become more dramatic than the next. We're in the midst of pestilence-based times. The outbreaks. The variants are developing. Every year, multiple variants. I think they said a new strain is possibly going to be a outbreak is the Mu or the Wu variant. So here you have it. France is banning unjabbed American travelers, and we all know France is one of the major tourist attractions for Americans. Everybody likes, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the French wineries and all these different locations that are monumental. If I'm not mistaken, with the Eiffel Tower, seeing all these different structures, and getting into that real European-based lifestyle. A lot of people like to go to France, and it's gonna be follow-ups. Not only France, more than likely Spain. All these different countries. This is the grips. The grips of America are starting to get tighter and tighter. Esau is starting to tighten the vice grips. From the outside countries and to them that's in the inside of the country, America, as well as in these interstates. But it says France has become the latest European country and the most significant tourism destination to remove the U.S. from its safe travels list, following EU recommendations in the wake of a United States COVID spike. A French government decree issued on Thursday bumped the U.S. and Israel from the country's green list down to orange, effectively prohibiting non-essential travel to France for unjabbed visitors. Right. So this is look at, the stigma of America is being pushed all throughout the planet Earth. And we know these elites already had a plan, dealing with the Rothschilds, you're dealing with the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the Gettys, the different international bankers. They had strategic plans to lock down the American system. You have all kind of operations that were conducted, such as Operation Dark Winter, to push a specific strain to see how the nation would react to it. And we're seeing that everything is being reacted the same way. So as things get tighter and tighter, we're going to see the inside start to get more aggressive. That's where you have austerity measures. I have this other article on Biden, basically stepping over, his constituents. We're speaking about, that's not it. But basically Biden was, going to pass, looking to pass legislation, if they're not, the different Congress and things of that. Yeah, here it is. U.S. Democrats takes first step to go it alone on Biden's. That's not it either. But I had it earlier. But Biden is basically going to step over the, the system as is, because where all these different systems, are operated by checks and balances, and it's going to get to the certain point that these rebellious states, that like for instance, Florida, you had the governor of Florida, pass legislations, to actually penalize teachers and things of that sort if they were to ask individuals, for a jab certificate. But you have a lot of states that's doing the opposite, that's making it mandatory to actually walk around with certificates, and have to have some type of verification. So we're going to see a conflict of interest, and we're going to see that these different states, in these different houses of Esau are really going against each other. As is written, Satan's house divided against itself, shall not stand. And the Lord said he's going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, which is going to result in anarchy and pandemonium. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Right, so this devil knows that his time is almost up, so he doesn't mind going at it with the whole world to put his stake in the earth. And the Lord wants it no other way but such. That's why scriptures, matter of fact, I'm going to get that in Revelations, because it said that these shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. See, the stigma that America is carrying is going to carry, and it's going to be a leak over. And that's why I said America as well as Israel, both of them are on a specific list where they're being banned to actually even have access to these different countries. America being the whore that sitteth upon many waters, and we know Israel being one of the centerpieces or the counterparts of America in these times. They in co-allegiance. Revelation 13:15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Right, so in the time that we're coming in, we understand that it's going to get very nuclear. It's going to get very hot in this in these different cities in America. And how is it going to become hot? Because it's going to be a third world war, and in that third world war, these different nations are going to shoot the nuclear missiles. So I want anybody giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shai, Shema, Kakodash, Dabba, Apostle, others, great millstone, Shalom, Akim.